Well, things continue to get worse for Warner. Although, actually, in this case, it's Rocksteady, because now there's rumor that Warner is internally discussing shutting them down, which, honestly, it's not even really the same Rocksteady anymore. A lot of people that made that studio what it was are gone. Nothing but a DEI shell of what it used to be. And if you've looked at Kill the Justice League and compared it to what they've done before, it's pretty easy to tell that that's the case. Even with the mandate that it needs to be a live service game, there's nothing about this game that reminds me, at least, of the masterpieces that this studio have put out in the past. And by that, I'm referring to all 4 of the Arkham games. Even Arkham Origins, which, in my opinion, is an underrated game. I had more fun playing that game than I did Arkham Knight. I'm just saying. The Batmobile stuff in that game hurt it more than helped it. But it's fine if you disagree with that. All 4 games are still good. It's not like Arkham Knight is, in my opinion, it's not a bad game. It's still a good game, but compared to Asylum and City, it's a little lacking. But this game, I think most people unanimously agree that the game is shit. And the player count, as of today, I just looked at it, 200 people playing it, like an hour ago. Who knows what it's at now? Highly doubt it's higher. Like, you're not going to go check it, and it's going to say 600-700 people. The peak for that game is done. It's pretty much running on fumes. A generous number here, maybe 1,000 people playing across every platform. And that's being generous. Really, it's probably like 600. And it's pretty bad. Keep in mind that they're paying to keep servers running and everything for this game. You're going to see this game shut down just like that Crew game did. Not right away, probably in a couple of years, but you're going to buy this game. If you have the physical copy, it's basically going to be a paperweight. Or maybe you'll get access to some kind of demo. It's a disaster. $200 million flushed away over this DEI garbage of a piece of shit game. So, Vera Dark, great YouTuber, has some insider information that she's put together with what's out there. And she's come to the conclusion that they're probably going to close their studio. Somebody hit her up and told her this. While I do not usually speak on insider information, I think this is one we have all pieced together ourselves. Warner Brothers is internally talking about closing Rocksteady or cutting their 250 employees into half, which would actually be on par with what's going on with the industry. I think they're more likely to cut the studio in half. But if they were to close it, that would be something. That's a lot of employees. You could also just move around to other studios, stuff like that. Allocate everybody to better resources. Because what do they put out? She made some good points here. There's nothing in the future. All they've put out is this game, and the Arkham VR game was done by this group right here. Not really handled by Rocksteady. They haven't really done much. And there's nothing planned in the future as far as I know. So I think they might shut them down. Wouldn't that be wild? This studio, arguably Arkham City, in my opinion, is one of the best games ever made. I would definitely put it in a top 20 list of greatest of all time games. I think that's fair, right? Like, if you've played Arkham City, you know how good that game is. That game is amazing. I'm not saying the other ones aren't good, but out of all of them, that one is the best. Best story, best mechanics, everything. I think it's a top 20 game. For sure. Yeah, I would even entertain arguments that it's a top 10 game, to be honest. And isn't it wild that a studio like that has fallen so far and they're just going to be shuttered? But then again, some of the people that worked on that, they're not even there. The people that made that studio really aren't there. Furthermore, she noted Rocksteady Studios co-founders and studio heads also departed the company back in 2022, which is true. Rocksteady is a shell of the company it used to be, and we saw this happen recently with Embracer Group and that Saints Row shit. Their studio got shut down. Shut down. Because they had a bomb. So, yeah, I think that there for sure could be something to this, and we might see this happen. I think it's going to continue to get worse with every DLC that gets released, because you know what that's doing? It's reminding people about this disaster, because it's not helping. That Joker DLC didn't bring anybody in. Nobody wanted to play as gay Joker, and nobody's wanting to play as non-binary Mr. Freeze either. Everyone's saying it's Nora Freeze. We don't know that. This is a multiversal Mr. Freeze. The rumors is it's going to be Victoria Freeze, a true gender-swapped villain. Nobody wants to play as Victoria Freeze. So that's just going to keep making things worse and worse. This is more bad press for that game. So, yeah, I think this could probably be true. I think they might shut Rocksteady down. And I was kind of thinking about that the other day, and it was kind of funny to see this article pop up. I think that she's right. And I guarantee you she probably does have somebody contacting her and giving her some information on this. Most of us do that do stuff like this. So, yeah, I think she's probably onto something here. But we'll never know. We have to wait and see. It could all be nonsense, but somehow I doubt it. You don't fall this hard and not have changes done to you. Not in the video game industry. Not in today's day and age with belt tightening and games costing as much as they do. $200 million pissed away. There's got to be repercussions for that. Even though Warner probably pushed that DEI shit on them. So, I don't know. I do think that this is funny. And, the video game crash, get ready. I don't think it's going to be anything like the Atari crash, but I think you're going to see more of a the AAA model just not being able to sustain itself unless it's a masterpiece of a game like an Elder Scrolls or an Elden Ring, something like that. Anyway, just something to think about. We'll see. What do you think? Do you think Warner would actually shut down Rocksteady? What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.